everyone, welcome. I hope that you're doing really well today. Today I am coming to you with my week in review. We're going to talk about some things that I have used, my thoughts, many reviews on them. If you're interested in my week in review, the things that I've used, then just keep watching. I had just realized my ring light was off, so I apologize for the intro being so dark. Let's start with foundation. I finally got caught up in my videos and from Studio B brought up my things that I had left down there to re-record, and I brought up my new Makeup Revolution. This one is my perfect color. It is F4. I absolutely love this foundation. I've been using this for 3/4 of the week. I did use my L'Oreal a couple more days and then I grabbed this. I was glad to have it back. I'm going to have to put it away because I have so much foundation that I want to go through and really see how it's wearing on my skin now, how much I still enjoy it, if it's still flattering. Concealer, I basically still use the same thing. Let's talk about my blushes this week. I have really been on the Laura Geller kick with the Pink Buttercream. Right here is the Pink Buttercream, the Pink Grapefruit. They just have a real pretty glow. If you don't want to wear any extra highlight, then these might be a good option for you. Then I was pulling out a good Old Faithful. This is from Jordana. This is the Rose Silk Blush. I just absolutely, I'm going to have to see if I can find it on Amazon or something. I don't know that Jordana still makes this. I'll have to look. This has just always been a favorite blush of mine. It's just a super easy go-to. You don't think about it. It goes with basically everything. On my skin complexion, I just love it. It's my go-to. When I use the Jordana Rose Silk, I would top with this Milani in Rose Romantica. This is so pretty. Right here, prettiest sheen. I just think it's gorgeous. Today I used the Pink Grapefruit from Laura Mercier. Even though it had a glow, I still wanted a little more. So I used the Physicians Formula Rose Gold. Isn't that just so pretty? It is just like so silky and so beautiful. So those have been my picks for the week. For my bronzers this week, the Ambient Radiant Bronze Light. I love this so much. It just gives me, I don't know how I did that. I know I had to have done it. I absolutely love this bronzer. It is so pretty on the skin. It just gives me a healthy look. You almost can't overdo it. I mean, you can, of course, but it's one of those that you almost can't. I just love it. It's so, so pretty. And then I've used my Laura Mercier in Ritual. When you take a bronzer and mix a little bit of pink in, I have so much pink tones in my skin. This is just so flattering. I have it on today. It's just gorgeous. Beautiful formula. Was it Hard Candy that had a dupe for this at one time? I had it and I dropped it and broke it. But I think it's Hard Candy that has a dupe for this. I'll have to look into that. So I have been using this L'Oreal Magic Root Cover Up. Now mine is in medium brown and I really love the way I do it. Like I said, I'll put it up here, a little demo of how I do it. And if I'm curling it, if it's second day hair and I'm curling it and not blow drying it, I just do the same thing. As soon as I release it from the heat, I just spritz a little bit. I just spritz a little bit where I see I need it, and then I go from there. But this is amazing. It lasts all day. I have been back to using my Makeup Revolution liquid eyeliner. I do enjoy this. It was kind of questionable there for a while. When I first got it, I was thinking that it was bleeding a little bit. It was like I would use it once and it did okay. Then I would use it again and it made a mess. I think it was just a little too new, a little too liquidy maybe, because I've been using this basically all week and it has done a really nice job. It has not bled anywhere. It doesn't irritate my eyes or anything. So I am really enjoying this. This is a nice one from the drugstore. Do I like it better than my Physicians Formula? Probably not. the It Superhero Mascara. I, last week, started using this on my lower lash line, and it was crazy the difference that it made, because I do like the Lash Discovery for my lower lash line. This doesn't smudge, it doesn't smear, nothing. If I am using or working through a mascara and I'm really not enjoying what it does for my lashes, and instead of popping on a pair of lashes, like today, it was kind of late when I got started. I only used my lashes once. So I was like, I am not putting false lashes on this late into the game. So I pulled this out. Once again, Superhero It. It just, I know a lot of people use just this, but I love to put it over a mascara that is not working very well for me. And it does an amazing job. So this is a really good mascara. And I'll tell you, I think it's cheaper on QVC. I think you get 2 for just a little more than what you would pay for 1 in like Ulta. So last week in my weekend review, I talked about this Tarte palette, and I had talked about how I didn't know if it was just I was having a bad day, maybe my eyes were a little dehydrated, or what the deal was, but I was not having a good time with this. I literally, when I said I almost flung it across the room, I was not kidding. So in the comments down below, some of y'all said, you know what, I've had problems with it too. I'm kind of giving up on the Tarte eyeshadows. So it got me thinking, and I thought, you know what, this week I'm going to be using some Tarte eyeshadows. So the first one I grabbed for it was the Tartelette in Bloom, which was the next one that came along. This one has a mixture of mattes and some shimmers. Really pretty looks out of this. I used it a couple days and I really enjoyed the look. I had no issues with blending. I had no issues with it getting muddy. I had no issues with it. I really enjoyed the looks that I made from it. So then I grabbed the next one, the Tartelette Toasted. Once again, created a couple different looks out of this. I enjoyed it a lot. No issues with blending, no issues with the mattes, no issues with the shimmers, just no issues. That I know it smelled like chocolate, but I made some really cute, one very dramatic look out of this, and I really enjoyed it. It's a super fun palette. So then I pulled this guy out. This is the Holiday Pineapple palette from Tarte, and created yet 2 more looks with it, and really enjoyed it. Love this matte purple. I mean, hello. It's a really fun palette. I really enjoyed it. So then I went back to this guy, the Tartelette, the one that had me furious, and did a look. It was not my favorite look. I don't think it had to do with actually the product. I think it had to do with my skin tone versus this, and the way that the look just came together. I used this middle row right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be self-tanning here in a couple days, and I thought I would try a look again out of it, not on camera or anything, but just kind of for myself to see if I wanted to keep this palette. Other than that, the Bloom, the Toasted, and this Pineapple palette, super fun, lots of good looks. And then today I went to do a get ready with me. I wanted to use my Morphe James Charles palette, and my daughter called, so I didn't end up, I just shut the camera off because I wanted to visit with her. And yeah, so I used this for the first time. I put this guy and this guy in my crease, and then I did this on my inner lid, then this, and then I graded it into that, and then I ended up mixing these 2. And I like the look. Really easy to work with. I actually did my eyes first. I haven't done that in a long time because I had heard some people say, you know what, you have to watch some of those because they're going to do weird things, but I had no issues. I really didn't have any issues, didn't have a lot of fallout. I was pleased with my first experience with that palette. So, and then my big not so much, don't bother with it, take my word for it. I'm not trying to be rude. Okay. I am not going to talk about it. I'm actually going to do a separate video about it because I'm really ticked off. I am going to talk about that in a different video. So we're just going to keep this one on a positive note. Okay, so I think that's it that is my week in review, the things that I've really enjoyed using this week. I hope that you all have an amazing day. Have a great weekend, and I will talk to you in the next video.